The coronavirus crisis is going to get much worse for Donald Trump. We know at least that much. He will probably stay physically healthy throughout the crisis, but his mental health, which is weak on his best day, can only get much worse every day of this crisis.
Well, at least no one's politicizing it, you jackass. Now, before we get to the fun stuff, let's address the viral elephant in the room, the coronavirus. Now, when there's little info out there, you're often left with fear and spin. See CNN, for example. So instead, I say, let's step back, take a deep breath, not too deep, and treat this event seriously without spreading alarm. Let's press our government to hit this challenge hard and support all efforts for containment while following preventive measures as prescribed. That's it for now. So live your life and wash your damn hands. Now, onto the idiots. It's hard to describe last week's debate without an apt metaphor. A train wreck, a prison riot, Michael Moore trying to eat a plate of lasagna on the toilet. It was ugly and chaotic. Here was my favorite part. Actually, it was worse.
No, Bernie, I was talking. We would like, Senator Sanders, we would like to bring Mr. Steyer in.
Can I respond? Doing nothing is what will happen.
Senator Sanders, you're allowed a quick response, and we would like to allow the
When they say that they don't want to be out there defending Senator Sanders.
Thank you, Mayor. Vice.
You know, it feels like a stupid person just exploded all over me. You know how libs always whine about voter suppression? What about voter depression? If I were a Dem looking at that bunch of fools, I wouldn't find a polling station. I'd find the nearest bridge and I'd jump. But at least Joe, he did better. Right, Joe?
And now, Joe Biden on Bernie Sanders.
Socialism. Now there's a useless major. I'd rather study karate. I got an MBA in nunchucks. They just don't hand them out. Come on, man. Yeah. I once helped Tinkerbell shop for a prom dress for the whole weekend. Weekend at Bernie's, Bernie Sanders. That's no fun. Just waiting for bread the whole time. Time's better spent polishing your nunchucks. Text Joe to 1-877 CARS for kids.
Thanks, Joe. But while Biden seemed more engaged, he was also obsessed with time.
I guess the only way you do this is jump in and speak twice as long as you should. If we don't, why am I stopping? No one else stops. Look, the fact is, here's the deal. I'm not out of time. You spoke over time, and I'm going to talk.
Look, Gramps, if you keep talking like that, the judge on People's Court is going to rule against you. But don't blame him. The moderators were AWOL, like a substitute teacher ditching her brood to down a flask of rye behind the cafeteria dumpster. And how bad did they want to get out of there?
That concludes our debate.
No, we have time for one more break, Nora. One more break. Time flies when you're having fun.
She's like, get me to my Uber, please. I can't blame him. Not when you have this kind of comedy.
I really am surprised that all of these, my fellow contestants up here, I guess would be the right word for it, given nobody pays attention to the clock. I'm surprised they show up because I would have thought after I did such a good job in beating them last week that they'd be a little bit afraid to do that.
Oh, my. That joke did not land. I can't imagine a joke worse than that.
Yes, the Newsroom Vault is opening right now. A musical milestone as Michael Jackson's Thriller album hits #1 on this date, 1983. It stayed at the top spot for a record-breaking 37 weeks. And Sandra, that's appropriate because we have to beat it now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it's one of those days.
That's pretty bad. That was bad. I wonder what Joe thinks about that.
And now, Joe Biden on firewalls.
Look, I never said South Carolina was going to be my firewall. You didn't hear me right. I said Wonderwall. That's right. Maybe you're going to be the one that saves me. Because after all, you're my firewall. That's what I said. Yeah, it's by a band called Oasis. Good band. They're like the Beatles, but with talent. Text Joe to my Wonderwall.
All right, then the candidates were asked for their motto. Here's a few.
I seek to live by the teachings that say that if you would be a leader, you must first be a servant.
Every day I write a cross on my hand to remind myself to tell the truth and do what's right, no matter what.
I've trained for this job for a long time, and when I get it, I'm going to do something rather than just talk about it.
Yeah. Did someone steal Greta Thunberg's dream journal? Anyhow, those are bad. We thought we'd help with our own mottos for these poor saps. Let's do this, okay? Here's Joe Biden right here, huh? Joe Biden, vote for me, and if you don't, then vote for me. Here we go. Mike Bloomberg, eh? I am far too rich to be so nice to you poor people. There's another one for Mike Bloomberg. Mike Bloomberg, vote for me, and I'll buy you a pony. If you don't vote for me, I will still buy you that pony, but I will throw it off a building. Strange man. Ooh. Bernie Sanders. The soup is too hot, and I'm not paying for it. You're paying for it, actually. You're paying for it. Tom Steyer. Either I'm a billionaire or a serial killer. I'm not even sure. Freaks me out. Pete Buttigieg. I still don't have to shave. And I want an Iron Man action figure for Christmas. He's almost 16. He can drive. All right, Amy Klobuchar, huh? Hey, remember me? I once ate a salad with a comb. It's the only thing you'll ever remember about me. So anyway, see you later. Finally, Liz Warren, here we go. Vote for me, and I will finally change my shirt. It's crazy. The Dems had 4 years to come up with someone to oust the orange demon, and they squandered it all chasing phantoms like collusion and impeachment. They were like the world's dumbest Olympic athlete. He knows the event is in 4 years, but instead of getting in shape, he retreats to a basement where he spends the entire time eating Funyuns and popping Quaaludes and watching tentacle porn. But it wasn't just the chaos or absence of answers that made the debate suck. It was the dearth of American optimism. For most of these candidates, the American ideal wasn't the solution, but the problem. Things like opportunity, business ownership, free speech, free thought, capitalism. If any of that came up, if at all, it was met with boos and smirks. In the modern leftist world, the oppositional toxin rules. It's no longer, we're all in this together, but it's me versus you. Race versus race, gender versus gender. That's not the Democratic Party. It's the Donner Party. No wonder they're eating themselves alive. Right, Joe?
And now, Joe Biden on leap years.
February 29th. I like the extra day. Gives me time to work on my inventions. Last leap year, I invented something called doorknobs. Came in handy, huh? Before that, couldn't enter or leave. Everybody was stuck inside. Nothing got done, ruined the whole economy. This leap year, I'm working on a little something called the men's suit with shorts. Yeah. Lets you show off them hairy legs. Come on, man.